welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to film. Oh my gosh, y'all know what this is? It's literally a bag of books. So excited. It's my first ever haul, so excuse me if I sound a little rough, but we're gonna get into it, okay? How are you guys? How's your day? Mine was pretty good. Okay, so the first books I'm going to talk about are my Book of the Month clubs. I'm just going to get that out of the way. But yeah, so the first one is The Nightingale, my first Kristin Hannah book. I'm very excited. Look at it. It's so cute. It's the Book of the Month edition. I'm not really sure if the regular cover is hardcover, but all of my Book of the Month books are hardcover. It's so cute. Kristin Hannah. She is known for writing other historical fictions. I think that's like her main genre that she writes. But I've heard a lot of people talk about this book, so I'm very excited to get into it. Ooh, that's a lot of words. I don't know if I'm going to read the whole thing. But in love, we find out who we want to be. In war, we find out who we are. So it's during France, 1939. I think it's dual point of view. It's about sisters. And I'm not really sure what else it's about. I like to go into books like this kind of blind because it makes it more interesting, you know? And I think they like write letters to each other or something like that. But yeah, I'm really excited. There's only 400 pages, but the text is very big. So hopefully it won't take me that long to read. We'll see. But yeah, so that's the first one. The second one is Babylonia. It's another historical fiction. This one is written by Costanza, Casati. I'm so sorry. I'm probably butchering the name. I'm not. But look at this cover. It's so pretty too. It says Kings Fall, Queens Rise. So this is my actual Book of the Month pick. The Nightingale is a add-on that only costs $11. So that is really good for a book. Usually books run. One of the books that I got from Barnes & Noble was $30. We'll get into that later. My husband chose that book, so it was not my choice. But yeah, so Babylonia, this one was the actual, one of the picks. I was deciding between this one and Isaac's Song. I shelved that one. I should have just did an add-on, but I wanted to get, there's another TBR on the app too for Book of the Month, so I also have books on there that I want to read. So I wanted to get down that TBR because I had a lot. But anyways, I think in my first video, if you watched it, if not, go watch it. But I talked about how Book of the Month, when you are in the second tier, you get your add-ons for lower. So it's only $11. At first it was like $15, so I didn't do an add-on. But now I think I'm gonna do an add-on just to help like build my collection a little bit more and to get through my TBRs, you know? I'm excited. Ooh, there's a map. Oh, that's pretty. And then, oh, I love a good map in a book. Ooh, there's a cast of characters. I think because, oh, okay, that's cute. I'm excited. Okay. So I'm going to read a little bit. A common woman, the governor she married, the king who loved them both. Welcome to the empire of gods and men and the one queen destined to rule them all. Babylonia across the century has become the embodiment of lust, excess, and dissolute power. In this world, you had to kill to be king, or in this case of the Semiramis, an orphan raised on the outskirts of the empire. Queen. Nothing about Semiramis' upbringing could have foretold her legacy, but when she meets a young representative of a new Assyrian king, a prophecy unfolds before her. one that puts her in the center of a brutal world and in the hearts of two men. Okay, so we got a little love triangle, period. You guys, I promise I read this when I was picking it out, but I think I forget, you know. The author's second novel. She weaves myth and ancient history together to give Seramis, the only female ruler of the Assyrian Empire, a voice, character, charting her captivating accent to the throne no one promised her. Ooh, interesting. Ooh, I'm excited. Ugh. I love books. But yeah, this is the Babylon, and then here's the author's name if you guys want to check it out for yourself. This is her second novel, so I think I have her first one, and I think it's Greek mythology, if I remember correctly. I can't remember at the top of my head, but yeah, these are some chunky books. I love a good chunky book though. Anyways, okay, what's next? I'm gonna surprise myself. It's the last book. I've already started it. I think I'm 30% in. It's the last book of ACOTR series, A Court of Silver Flames by our one queen, Sarah J. Maas. Queen. It's already pretty spicy. It's actually not that spicy. I don't want to talk about it too much because this one is a part of a series. Just know that it follows Nesta and Cassian story, which is Nesta is Feyre's older sister. So I kind of miss, if you've read it, you know what I'm talking about. I kind of miss hearing about our girl Feyre and Rhys, but it's still pretty good, and she's a chunker. So definitely going into her books is not for the faint of heart. This book is 800 pages long, almost 800 pages long. And I don't know, I mean, I started this maybe a couple days ago, so it's definitely doable, especially how much I read. I read about like 50 pages a day if I can. But I'll probably, when I do my reading vlogs, I'll definitely read more than that just to get through my TBR with you guys. So I'm not just talking about one book a month, and I'm actually talking about other books. But yeah, so she's a chunker, but we love her. We love her, we listen, and we don't judge, okay? There's a reason why they're that long, okay guys? I know it's really taunting, but honestly, if you just read, like, you can set like a page limit like I do. I have like, I don't know if it's like OCD or something like that, but I always have to like read a certain amount of pages, or you can set like a time limit, read like an hour, and just don't get discouraged. Like her second book is bigger. It's like, or it's not bigger, it's 600 pages. So I like went into it and I just read, and honestly it just doesn't even feel like you're reading. It feels like a movie to me, at least. That's why I enjoy her writing so much, and I think that's why a lot of people like her writing. The next book I'm also a little nervous about. This is the Mistborn series. My husband is a very huge Brandon Sanderson fan, and he can't remember, The Way of Kings, I think that's the series that everyone's been talking about because of the last book. The Mistborn series, I believe he said only has like 3 or 4 books. It's like a fantasy author, and that's what I mostly read. If you didn't know, I read mostly fantasy, and this is another series, so I really want to finish this one first. I don't like to read too many series at once. I don't know why, I just don't. I think I would get a little confused, but I haven't tried it. So well, anyway, so this is like a smaller series compared to the other ones. So my husband thought that this would be like a good series to dive into versus The Way of Kings, because The Way of Kings is a lot. But look, y'all, look at the font. It's so, he's lucky I love him, because look at this font, y'all. I saw it and I was like, it's gonna give me a headache. I might have to dive into my first audiobook, I don't know, with this one, because like looking at it now, it's like there's like no space There's literally no space. Anyways, it's a long one, so I'm not gonna read that much too. What if the whole world were a dead, blasted wasteland? For 1,000 years, the ash fell and no flowers bloomed. For 1,000 years, the sky slaved in misery and lived in fear. For 1,000 years, the Lord ruler, the sliver, the sliver of infinity, regained with absolute power and ultimate terror, divinely invincible. Then, when hope was so long lost that not even its memory remained, a terrible, scarred, heartbroken half-ska rediscovered it in the depths of the Lord ruler's most hellish prison. Kelsier snapped and found in himself the powers of a Mistborn. A brilliant thief and a natural leader, he turned his talents to the ultimate capper, with the Lord ruler himself as the mark. I'm probably not giving this book justice, but I heard Brandon Sanderson is a very good fantasy author, so I'm very excited. If you're a little nervous about reading Brandon Sanderson, this is his standalones, one of his standalones. This one's not connected to like any series. Some of his standalones are part of like the Mistborn series and all that stuff, but these chapters are very short and it's just very cozy. There's like no spice, so if you just want like a good time, this one is really cute. I gave this a 4 stars. It was really cute. I keep saying that. How many times am I gonna say really cute? Count that, guys, count it. I really liked the narration too, because the narrator is pretty the tone of the narrator is very sarcastic and funny, and I'm a very sarcastic person in real life. Ask my husband. But it's really, I'm gonna say it again, guys, it's really cute. It's really cozy. It's a really quick read too, because the chapters are very short, and there is a lot of parts in this book too, which I thought was interesting. I don't think all these parts were needed. I don't think it did much to like separate it. I don't know, the spacing, but it's super cute. I like it. I think you guys will like it too if you want to try a Brandon Sanderson book and you're kind of scared. Okay, so that's that. I have 2 more books. I got a lot of books, guys. Look at me. I spent a lot. I spent a pretty penny. I spent almost $200. Listen. I haven't done a book haul in a while, and it wouldn't have been as expensive, but I did their membership. I renewed it. You still can do the point system without getting a membership, so you can always sign up, and that part is free. And I don't know if the points expire. That's a good question to ask one of the workers, but I love Barnes & Noble. I don't know. I think I'm gonna try to go to like a used bookstore or something like that, because these are still some really good books. I think it's good for, I don't know, like getting newer books. You can definitely try to find, I guess it's like you are guaranteed to find a book there. I feel like used bookstores, like with anything, it's just like hit or miss. But Barnes & Noble does carry a lot of good authors, but they only carry like well-known authors. They don't carry a lot of indie authors. So I go to Amazon and I will do like a little Amazon book haul, but I find random like indie authors or like starting out authors of color and stuff like that. So if you want to support small authors, it's mostly on Amazon. Anyway, so I got Misery into my Stephen King bag. Okay, he has so many books, and all the booktubers that I have watched all have read this book and have given it really good reviews. So, and it seems a little it's like a little interesting. It's about this author who is like in the middle of like writing his book or something like that, and he goes somewhere, right? And then he gets into a car crash, and he basically meets his #1 fan, because he's like in the car crash and he is unconscious, and he happens to like be like near this fan's like cabin or house or something like that, and it's really snowy, so that's why it's like that. But basically his fan turns a little interesting when she finds out that he is gonna kill like off one of her favorite like characters in the book. So it's a book about books. It's just like every time, and I guess there's a movie too, so I watched a lot of booktubers read it and then watch the movie, and it just seems like a very unhinged book, and I'm here for all the unhingedness of this book. And it's my first Stephen King book, and I really want to read Salem's Lot too. I think that one's good, and I think the other one is Fairy Tale. So, and then this one's not as long too, so this one's only about I don't know why I thought it was longer, but it's only 300 and something pages. Salem's Lot is more of a chunker, and I heard his writing is very like whimsical, very like detailed oriented. That's why his books are always turned into movies, because he is really good at describing and like describing scenes and just having you picture it in your head. This is all what I heard, so we'll see. I'm also like not that well read, so I want to be more well read. Like, I just want to read more Stephen King. I heard he's a really good author, so we'll see. And then we can dive into his like more scarier books, like It. I love the movie It, at least the new one. I haven't watched the old one, but I love the new movie It. Last book, it's a shorty. It's called The Never King. It was one of the ones where at Barnes, the worker has like a little like summary, and I can't remember what the summary said, but the summary was really cool, and it's basically a Peter Pan retelling, and I love fairy tale books, so I'm like a low-key Disney adult, so I just love Disney books and anything Disney, and I love a retelling. Anyway, sorry, so this is a dark romance retelling. The Never King, Nikki Crowe. Okay, The Never King. The freaking thing is so cool. And it's a really short book, so it's only 200 pages, so I thought this would be like a really quick read. And the font is very, like, look at that. Look at that. So I think there's gonna be a lot of dialogue. It's a dark romance too. It's my first dark romance. But let me read it. The stories were all wrong. Hook was never the villain. For 2 centuries, all of the darling women have disappeared on their 18th birthday. Sometimes they're gone for only a day, some a week or a month, but they always return broken. Now, on the afternoon of my 18th birthday, my mother is running around the house making sure all the windows are barred and the doors locked. But it's pointless, because when night falls, he comes for me, and this time the Never King and the Lost Boys aren't willing to let me go. And then there's a note too. The Never King is a dark retelling of Peter and Wendy. If you like your enemies to lover romance with hot, ruthless, morally gray love interests, you'll enjoy The Never King and the Lost Boys. You can expect hate kissing, fighting, bickering, and touch her and I'll kill you vibes. I love reading about toxicity in my books. Please. Sorry. I love it. I eat it up. I think because I do, and I'm in like a loving marriage, I promise, guys. I think because I don't have a lot of drama in my life, so when there's drama in books, I'm like, yes. I also really love trashy reality TV shows too. I just love a good drama. But yeah, it's interesting. This is what got me, so I don't know when I'll read this. Hopefully I'll read it soon. Oh, and the chapters are really pretty. Hold on, let me find it. There's like the little, like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like little arts. It's so cute. But yeah, so this is all the books I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. Let's see if I can. It'd be a cute little thumbnail. Cute. But yeah, so this is my video. This is my first ever haul. I'm really excited to read some of these books. Hopefully I get into the Sarah J. Hopefully I finish that one soon. I'm probably going to be vlogging that. But please let me know if you have read any of these books, or if any of these books are on your TBR and why. I would love to know. I love a good yap session, so please just comment down below what you think. I'm so excited to read these. Oh, beautiful. I know it's not like stacked up correctly, but it's so cute. I'm so excited. Please have a nice day. Thank you for watching. I hope everyone enjoys their time. I hope you all do something for yourselves, whether it be like self-care or buying books. I hope you buy books. Have a good day, guys. Thank you for watching.